Teamworking isn't easy. So it's likely that from time to time you will run into some teamworking problems. In this video, I want to look at the solutions to 4 of the most common. In the first of these, what you'll see is that performance is poor. Things aren't getting done, or they're not getting done well, or they're not getting done correctly, or they're not getting done on time. People are making basic errors, and they're not working efficiently. What's going on? What this almost certainly means is that either the skills that you need aren't present in your team, or you've allocated people to roles where they don't have the skills and don't feel confident to ask. They may not be aware that colleagues do have the skills to advise them, or for some reason they don't want to ask. This is about people not having the essential skills that they need to fulfill their roles, and therefore there are a number of things you can do. And the first is often just to do a simple skills survey to find out who has what skills, and to check how the allocation matches that. Where people are fulfilling roles they don't yet have the skills for, but other people do, then some form of mentoring or buddying process can really help people not only to thrive and succeed at what they're doing, but also to learn and improve their own skills. You may want to take this further by giving people the opportunity to take formal training, or you might simply want to reallocate the work from someone who isn't able to do it well to someone who is. And finally, if you don't have those essential skills within the team, then you need to bring in someone new to support the team, either as a new team member or for a short period of time as an extra pair of hands to get that piece of work done before stepping away from the team. Our second scenario is where people, and I'm particularly thinking of where it is more than just 1 or 2 individuals, are systematically underperforming. What we're seeing here are the consequences of low morale, and this can mean many things. Firstly, if I don't have enough motivation, then I won't perform well. But worse than that, people will be prepared to tolerate that underperformance and not call it out in their colleagues. The team as a whole is breaking down. You're not seeing true team working. And of course, with low morale often comes political agendas. Some people perceive that underperforming might suit them. And of course, where the culture of the team is starting to deteriorate, people will either become unwilling or unconfident about asking for help, or where they do ask for help, they may not receive it, and they certainly may not receive it willingly. This is a motivation issue, and you need to jump on it quickly, and your first step is to assess the morale of the whole team and of the individuals within it. And then you need to address it, and address it quickly. The way we do this is by a combination of one-on-one conversations, particularly with the individuals concerned, and with team meetings to try to rebuild the sense of team coherence and team working. And finally, be prepared to provide the team with support, with guidance, and if necessary, with training to help lift performance levels. Another way to address the poor performance that we're seeing is to change the allocation of work, to increase the level of monitoring you're providing, and to reduce your threshold for responding to underperformance. You need to start caring more about the level of performance that you're seeing. But along with that, combining the focus on performance with the focus on morale, you need to be quicker to recognize and to celebrate good levels of performance so that people understand that they're going to be rewarded for it. My third scenario is a whole cluster of discipline problems, from absences to poor timekeeping, disrespectful behaviour, rule breaking, and abuse of the processes that the team should be following. You might even see what superficially looks like positive behavior like larking about, becoming disruptive and inappropriate. At the extremes, we might see selfish or boorish behavior, or even wholly inappropriate behaviors to one another. What this means is simple. The team no longer accepts and respects a common set of values. Now, it might be because you didn't properly embed those values at the outset of team working, or it may be that something has changed, or the needs of the team have drifted, or people feel under certain pressures that mean that they're going to adopt different values, and they find working with the team is a stress on them because the value set they want to work to and the value set that the team is starting to work to are different. It can also be because the team values that they're trying to work to are not producing the results that they want. They're not being properly rewarded for conforming to those team values, and therefore they start to opt out of them, even though they may believe in them. And finally, it may be that the rules that the organisation imposes on us, or indeed the values of the team itself, are not clear to people and they don't know how they need to act. So what can you do? Well, firstly, we need to reconfirm any absolute external rules that the team needs to comply with. And second, you need to get the team together to reset the team values, to examine the values that they thought they were working to examine whether they're fit for purpose, and to find a new set of values that the team can sign up to and commit to. You need to support this with a set of individual one-on-one conversations. And of course, consistently apply warnings and, if necessary, sanctions. And the word that's really important here is consistent. You need to apply the same warnings and the same sanctions to the same behaviours every time and in every individual. In my final scenario, we're seeing low-level grumbling escalating to real serious complaints. Team members are no longer enthusiastic about their work, and nor are they properly productive. You'll see a lot of gossip and gossip mongering, and you'll see overt and hidden political behaviours. For all of the reduced effort that is no longer going into the job at hand, you're seeing increased attention being paid to manipulation and subverting the efforts of other individuals. Guess what? This means that people aren't happy about something. This is what Frederick Hertzberg described as hygiene factors. People don't get motivated by the things that their workplace ought to have in place, but they get massively demotivated if they feel something important is lacking in their workplace. Consequently, the first thing you need to do is to listen to their complaints, listen to their grumbles. The sooner you do that, the less you'll see the political, manipulative behaviour that follows along from it. Listen to their complaints and grumbles, understand what the problems are, and then work hard to put them right. Then you need to do two things in parallel. One is to build up the motivation of the team as a whole, and the second is to be adamant in not putting up with saboteurs, people whose behaviour undermines the teamwork that you're working so hard to build. If you do get an individual who is trying to sabotage the team, who is behaving inappropriately, then you need to act, and you need to act quickly. You need to speak to that person and be prepared to discipline them if necessary. Teamworking is hard. It's no wonder that things go wrong from time to time. But if you observe carefully what's happening, you think about it and you understand what it means, then the solutions are likely to become obvious. And then the only problem is that often the challenge for us as leaders is not knowing what the right thing is to do, but it's actually finding the courage to do it. But if you do, you can keep teamwork on track and you can get the job done. Please do give us a thumbs up if you like this video. There's loads more great management courses content to come, so please do subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of it. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. And in the meantime, keep learning.